for our YouTube. What's up, my peoples? I hope you're doing good, spectacular, fantastic, fabulous, and succeeding. I look fat. I'm gonna put y'all right here. Y'all can see how my computer, we're just on here. Alright, cheers, y'all. Cheers, cheers, cheers. I think this is a bad idea. I hope y'all can hear me, because if y'all can't hear me, oh well. Okay, so y'all, basically, hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all doing phenomenal and spectacular. We're just smoking up here with this little nice J, and we're gonna go eat some oranges after. But yeah. Alrighty. So today's topic is consonants. Have you guys watched that movie, Monster House? Monster House and consonants. It's like consonants. I feel like that is like the whole thing. That's literally the whole thing. Like, he loves her and he loved her and he cared for her, and like, you know, you could see that in the movie, even though it was treacherous. Like, bro, what happened to her? Like, she was like down in the, because she had fallen, right? And so she got all cemented up and everything, and because she was like all cemented up, like, it made it more heartbreaking, at least in my point of view, because like, he held her for so long, and for her bones to just be there. And I don't know if he was there or not. I remember the movie, all of it, even though I watched like 100 fucking times. But I didn't think that, like, I didn't really think that if people loved each other, or if people cared for each other, they would stay with each other. I never thought that, like, because of the example of my parents, and because they split up, they had all this thing, like, you know, like, it was a lot. And when they got separated, we lost the house, and out of nowhere, like, we got picked up by our mom and we got taken to our new apartment. And like, just that, you know, like, I guess just watching your mom like be strong and courageous, even though it's like, when you're getting older, you understand, like, oh, this could have been done. But at the same time, because I'm thinking about everything, I'm like, damn, like, she did everything she could. And that's what I'm grateful for. That's what I carry myself with, and that's what I aspire to be, you know, in those aspects. But at the same time, I have my own look at my socks. I want to show you my socks. Y'all see my socks? I love them. I literally love them. I love fluffy socks. Anyways, so yeah, like, when you're growing up as a kid, you say, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor, because you're seeing, like, that's what's helping people. You're seeing that kind of, like, adulthood requires a certain kind of adolescence, a certain kind of like adulthood, like just bringing yourself into that. But you know what I find crazy too? I find crazy how like the study of life has brought me to think like a lot of people, like you could be 34 years old, you could be 28 years old, you could be whatever age you think is old, like is an old man, like okay, old woman, like 34-year-old woman, like shorty has it together, okay, shorty does everything, shorty got a job, shorty, but when she goes home at the end of the day, she has no sense of herself, you know, he has no sense of himself, like they don't have a sense of themselves, like to be even like excavating into new paths, into new rewires, because if you like thinking about it, the process that it's supposed to go, like nobody's really done that inner work for themselves, nobody's really gotten over this trauma, nobody's really even like thought about it as trauma. They just thought about it like, oh, that's something that I needed to go to and that's it. But like, bruh, people hurt you, people like dimmed your light, people did all these things and talked more shit than you could have ever even done, and you know they're getting their repercussions, they're getting their karma. But at the same time, I'm thinking about it like damn, like I'm sitting here and it's like at the same time I'm in their mind and I'm feeling for them how bad I would feel for me, and also vice versa, I'm in like my head with their brain and I'm like how I would feel for them, and it's so raw and it's so integrated into this like love speculation, you know, relationships, soulmates, love ties, and the red string theory, all that, like seeing a catalyst of yourself in a different entity, in a different body, is just so, it's so grand, it's so enormating. Is that a word? I need to look it up. I don't know. But enamorate love. But yeah, I never would have thought that people could actually be together. Like, they can actually grow old together. Like, they can genuinely, the way I say it is crazy and I sound crazy and I don't care, but it's like, you know, two people who love each other, who truly love each other, two people, they can have children, they can raise those children, they can be faithful to each other, they can be loyal to each other without having that eyes for anybody else, or for any kind of, not even anybody, but like any kind of thought, like, bro, why are you thinking about like any of that, you know? It should just be your person, it should just be that. And that's how I felt forever. That's how I felt, like it should just be you and this other person. And so when friends are involved or anything like that, like parents telling you no, the whole world telling you no, you can't do this, you can't do that, that's just more and more and more and more reasons to do it. Like, you know, I feel like, I don't know, at least here in this collective, you know, I feel like we're all like bad kids, like Rugrat, like dead ass, and 1900 Rugrat. Like, but like, you know, like in the Rascals, you know, that's how I see a lot of us, like just kids, you know, acting like, I don't know, adults, and just with this integrity of responsibility to themselves, and they use that to have so much fun, and they use that to their advantage, and they use that to just laugh and play and play and play and play and have fun. Oh, those are such amazing movies. Like Home Alone is such an amazing movie. All of those movies, like he's such an amazing actor. The Rascals. What's that other one? Is that The Rascals? With the kid's hair pointed up. I remember over there by I don't know if y'all know Tacoma, but like in Maryland there's this like nice place there, and I just always get reminded of like that scenery. Cause like Tacoma, like yeah, you could just be running around, like all DC, Washington DC, you could just be running around and chilling and just everything. But yeah. Just like the whole complex way of thinking that as a child and before me seeing something, it didn't make it real for some reason. So when I saw, for example, in movies, this is a good one. Like in movies, I would see like fairy tale endings, or like I was thinking of one certain movie. I have no idea, but I'm like getting like Being Born or like Pinocchio, Pin, or what's that guy's name with the dog and he has like yellow hair, Pun or Pin or Pippi, or I don't know, Pippi Longstocking, red hair again, like what? Okay, hold on, let me get it together. This is movie, and the girl and the boy just moved in or something, and the girl is just there, and then like it's like she's getting eggs for him, and like they go around playing, and they're at this tree, and at this tree they're able to like just, this isn't what happens, but this is what I feel. At that tree, they're able to collide with the tree, like just being near the tree. And so the conversations they have at this tree, it is sort of like they've created like a bubble in that tree, and so like that's their safe place, that's their place of being, that's their like adjourned meeting place. And you know, they walk there together and everything, they're like holding hands, and he's like, or one of them, you know, it doesn't matter for at the end of the day, because if it's the girl or the boy asking, because when the two, like, I believe in soulmates are real. So when soulmates meet, like they have this energy, this entity of this energy, this entity of just grasping and holding and being one with the other, just sitting next to each other, you know, having that person's face like right there, like I don't know, like that's so amazing to have even witnessed, to have even like experienced, because so many people are not going to be able to experience that. And I just, not even like speaking after the fact or speaking like as if, oh, I took it for granted because I didn't do more. Like I did everything I fucking could, and it wasn't enough for somebody who I thought could handle something like that. And you know, we don't really know that we're giving so much of a responsibility, because you know, we hear things at the beginning, you know, as we're learning about relationships, as we're learning about love and character and marriage and freedom and just like combining everything together. It's not just one single 1 and plus 1 and it's all done. Like it's subtracting what needs to be taken out and dividing it into where it needs to go, and equally liquefying each thing to become what it needs to become, you know. It's this process of mathematical equations as well, with like this scientific like torch, just like you know the funnels where like the liquid is like pouring out and is like dripping out, like that's what the process is that I'm seeing, like and like that is like what you're gonna take in for so much knowledge that you're gonna use to create this like atmosphere where you're just able to be free and roaming and have this creative mind. And it's more than a creative mind, it's like your sanctuary. It's like a library with a fucking labs, with your lab shit and your scientific stuff there, with another laboratory and a scientific den here, and like, you know, a fucking like engineering room and all that shit. Like it's like these mathematical equations, engineering, like prospects of life integrated into you to be able to finally flow through that. So like going into school or coming out of school, or just not even sticking with school, college, like just going for 1 year, like I didn't know what the fuck it was for. Like, and if you're doing something you don't know for what reason, it's like you don't have the same kind of like motive to move in that way. So like, yeah, like money stems, and it's like a big like it's like a big thing, right? Money. We need money to survive. We need money to keep going. We need money to eat. I need money. I want money. Like that shit is so trifling to me. That shit's so trifling to me. I don't want to be out here begging for motherfucking money. Like I have worked so hard just to waste my time. Like, oh my God, I can't even start to talk about these stupid. Okay, I'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, working on your body, girl, that figure 4. Take another, I'm a figure 4. Take another one, I'm a figure. My bad. Lilo tapping. Anyways, working since I was like 14, like even before that, I was working since I was like. I've been working my whole life. This is gonna make me cry because I don't speak about this, and like, bruh, and then my mind is like, don't speak about it. You know, actually, these people don't actually matter. Don't, you know? But it matters to me. It matters so much more to me than it can matter to anybody else watching, and all I'm doing is helping somebody. So I've been working since I can remember, honestly. So like being like a little girl up until like I always had the responsibility, especially like having to always look behind my shoulder, like, and because this is my true self, like even as a baby I can feel myself like the happiest I was, even though like I can feel like I wasn't being taken care of, almost just how I would like to take care of my child, but I was taken care of, you know. I was a baby, you know. That's what had to happen. But then it came to a certain age, maybe around 4 or 5, and maybe when I started walking, like it felt like I was just officially given this responsibility that I was just gonna take care of everything. And it's crazy that I can say 4 or 5, because a lot of, like, I don't know. And I'd be thinking, and I've always asked people, like, oh, do you remember when you were a kid or when you were a baby? Like, when was the earliest, like, memory you have? And the response always, like, amazes me. It's always, like funny, like, 3 or something, or, like 6. Or even, like, just those small numbers, like, from 1 to 10. Like, all I remember was being on this, like, lock switch where it was like I was being like automated, like I needed to intake all that that rest, or like that rest period. Like imagine like being a child, like I needed to be a certain way because I knew I had to be another certain way in like the next 10 years so that it can be different, you know. But like now I'm 21, so from 20 to 30, like this is like that other time period. So, you know, from 1 to 10 and like just in between and all that haziness, I just felt like, you know, it was weird. It was weird. But anyways, and then like at like 6 or whatever, and then after that like 10, yeah, I had to take care of my siblings and just watch over them. I had to learn how to cook. I had to learn how to do all that, like clean, and that's how I spent my days inside. And I never really had like that childhood that a lot of kids had, which I would get jealous of. But I can't even say I was jealous. Like I don't even feel like I get jealous. Cause like I'd be so happy for other people. I was just like so hurt that I couldn't get that. And that hurt made me want to inflict it on somebody else that, you know, like, you know, and even then, like maybe they didn't even get it. Like it was strange. It was like all this like unconscious like looping around that I kept going in about that didn't leave me alone. And I was just like starstruck at everything anybody would say to me, because I would always be like, well, that's kind of weird. Like where when is that, where, when, who, what, where, when, why, or how? Like when was that supposed to happen to me, you know? And as I grew up, I just kept on, like, you know, from that moment, I just didn't have any faith. I didn't have any kind of like guidance. I didn't have any kind of like real life parent to say, this is where you're supposed to go, or this is where you're not supposed to go. And I had to tell myself that. So like upon that, like being inflicted so many things. So I was in being inflicted and being like given so much like hurt, you know, so much trauma, so much pain, so much having to endure, and still like I was still getting shit ripped away from me like all the time. I was just getting ripped away, and then whatever like fucking thing that is like I was receiving, it was just hurting me, and it was hurting me. And everything that any word that anybody would say, like literally, like that's how sensitive like I was, and I am to this day, because like I can still get in my ways, and I can still get in my like in my moods. That's what people have said to me so much, like in your moods, like you just get in your moods, you just get in this like in this mode that I can't receive and that I can't give you. And that's where I have sat so long, and like I've grown tired, but it's like I have learned from that so much. Like I have learned from like blocking people and having myself blocked from them. Like I have learned so much, like, right? Because it's like I put up this wall, and I can see right through that wall, and I could see what I would be given or what I would be taken out of me. And it's like, bruh. So like, you know, 10 years I was like all that. Going forward, it just encapsulated that into my physical life, and then now I'm here. It's like I can choose. I have all these opportunities, and like through those opportunities, I think that I'm just shaken, because it's not like I've chosen. It's like my purpose to be here, and because I felt for so long like I need to do this and I need to do that, like that's what I'm gonna do. And you know, for anybody to come and tell me like anything, like I don't know, this is the point, to come and tell me anything right here and right now, to as if like as in, oh, you should do this, oh, but you should do this, oh, but like, oh, this. That shit is what breaks me. That shit is what breaks me, because recently, like, I've been opening up to people, okay, and I've asked questions, I've said my truth, and then I and then I've just let a part of myself out. And you know what I get told and what I get what I get told, and in regards of what I'm saying. So like, okay, I'm talking to somebody, right? And I'm learning as I'm going. So this is all a learning process. Like, I genuinely don't really enjoy going on dates and stuff like that. I don't. But so I'm just speaking to this person, and you know, at this point it's like I'm not even indulged into the conversation or anything like that. Like, I'm just like listening. That's all I'm doing, is observing and listening these days. And we're talking, and I'm like talking about what I want to do, right? And so this person is like, oh, but you should have done this instead of this. And then, so right now, you know, what you can do is this and that, and you know, I can do it for you, and if that helps, or I can help you do it. And then I'm like getting like whoa, what the fuck? Like okay, it's okay to get help. It's okay, and especially like, yeah, for yourself it's good to get help. But like, getting help from other people is strange. I only think that they only want to help or do any of that so that they'll get something in exchange, no matter what, or no matter anything. Like, excuse me. Anyways, this is a long ass video. We're gonna keep going though. I don't know. I'm trying to think like if it's like I don't want it, or I could just live without it. Or I'm just trying to figure out like what it is that these certain like relationships are gonna give to me, you know, what they're gonna like do for me, you know. And you know, for so long I was always like retained from that, because I was just like, okay, well, hold on, I always have to think about what I gotta do for them. So what can I give for them? What can I do for them? And that was always my motive of moving forward with anybody, was like, what can I give for them? What can I do for them? Like, okay, today I'll give them this, tomorrow this, and like, you know, it was just astonishing the way that I was moving. Like, yeah, maybe now it's like fully on the other fucking yin yang side, like reciprocal side of like just saying like, I'm doing this for me and only for me and nobody else. And you know, there's gonna be people on the way that want to help me, and I have to be like asserting with the way that I want to handle that help, and trust that they actually do want to help, and not just like, you know, take away. And I can always communicate that. I can always ask questions. I can always like, I genuinely can always block. I can always put up, and I can always do that. Like, but in the way that is elusive to my future. Because if I'm doing something like to put up walls and just block everybody and everything, like, all right, that's probably not gonna be good for me, because yeah, it hasn't been good for me. But like, as I'm letting people in, I'm able to decide what spaces they can like sit in, and you know, how Like, I would like this because this is my house. Like, this is my house. Like, this is my house, you know? Like, all of it respectfully and everything. But, like, I'm learning. It's like, it's about me too. And it's about them too. And it's about us together and moving forward. But yeah, that doesn't come with like this person I was talking to, as maybe y'all want to be nosy, or I'd want to be nosy, but like I'm just like talking about like this connection that I made with myself. I kind of like give into account that there is somebody out there for me, you know, and whoever it is, like I'd like to be ready, and I'd like to stop wasting time, you know. Like I had asked for something and I got exactly what I got, and that's just more reason to stop like berating myself over like whether it is I'm gonna get this done or whether it is I'm gonna get this sum, you know. It's all coming together as it's coming together. Like I'm sitting here like so strongly and in trust with faith that it's all gonna work out at the end. But yeah, that love relationship with yourself allows you to open the doors to your true self, to your new self. And you know, you're gonna be able to find the person for you, and you're gonna be able to find the person that loves you, and you're gonna be able to find everything and more that adores you and that loves you, that praises you, that helps you rise no matter what, helps you move and soar no matter what. And through everything and anything and all in all, I see faith as one of your anchors. And yeah, it's time to anchor. So let the anchor drop of faith of anchor. It's gonna be there for you always. It's gonna be weird for a moment, but faith is all you got. Faith and trust is all you got. I believe in you so much. You might not think that, you might not believe that, but I believe it, and I know, and I trust, and I give, and I surrender to the fact that we are benign to the cause, but from the effect that we leave, we are much more greater than just a pause. Okay, people, y'all have a beautiful day. Motherfucking drink some water, be easy, love yourselves, because I love you, and you're always gonna be loved no matter what, forever and ever and ever. Drink some motherfucking water, and I need to drink some water too. Bye, people.